Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to do a little bit something different. The last couple videos I've been working on my K-Swap MR2. It's in the back there. But today I got a friend that dropped off his car for an intercooler upgrade. Just a Vitara build, single cam, eBay setup. But he had trouble with the piping being too low, and then the bumper not fitting, and it also has a real small intercooler. You can see it's like a 2.5 inch core, maybe 8 inch tall. Just an eBay intercooler. So I'm gonna be upgrading that to a Greddy style. Actually, it's an actual Greddy intercooler. Now you can see it. It used to be on my Del Sol. I just had it sitting around. Alright, first thing I'm probably going to do is take the bumper support off and then undo all the couplers and then get the both left and right side couplers off, piping off, and then I'll get started on mounting the Greddy intercooler. So I'm probably going to put it in a time lapse and get started. Alright guys, I got this intercooler mounted. Mounting the bolt there, and there's two mounts on the bottom. I just use self-tapping screws to get them in. Now the other part is getting the piping to fit really tight around this bend. I actually started on one. I've cut a piece from the other side. And I tacked it. I made it shorter, and I cut the little step off. I guess the bead, and then I also trimmed this piece up. It was really nasty, and I'm gonna roll a new bead into it. And then this side, it should fit pretty much like that, really tight up against. So hopefully the bumper can clear. I'll test fit it once I get it fully welded, and then we can go from there. But here it is, mounted to the front. What I'll probably end up doing is probably trimming the rest, the crash bumper support here. But end up trimming the top side of it. And then at least he'll still have his top support for the bumper, so the bumpers don't sag. Because a lot of these, when they run the bumper without the support, it sags up here, and then there's a big gap in the headlight, so it looks, looks funky. But other than that, I'll get these pieces tacked up together, welded, and then I'll show you guys what it looked like. Alright guys, the next step is rolling the bead into the pipe. I already started this pipe a little bit ago, but I'll just show you what I use. I use this microferic bead roller. It works really good. It also works really good on stainless steel also, but really just have to chuck it in there, tighten it down, and make sure it's, you know, straight in there. I'm working with one hand, so a little hard, but I just show you what it does. But just a couple cranks, tighten it down a little bit more, just in steps, and crank it, and eventually you get a bead. The bead profile is really up to you, however you want it, but this thing works really good. I really like it. But there it is, bead on aluminum. Alright, we're back to the car. I got my pipe welded up, not too hateful. The bead on the end rolled, and then fit up should be pretty tight up towards there, like so. It'll meet that point, and then pretty tight up here. So I'm gonna put some couplers on it, tighten it up, and then we'll start on the other side. Alright, I got the coupler slipped onto it. There it is. Comes around the bend, comes up to the other coupler. Really tight up against there, so hopefully the bumper clears. Up top, everything fits pretty good. Now I can start on the other side. Put some T-bolt clamps on there, secure it in place, and this side should be done. Nothing special, you know, kind of work what we have. These pipe were off, you know, all different material. This one's it's like a cheaper aluminum. This one has some kind of coating on it, so you guys are welding these, just make sure you clean them real good. I hit it with the flap disc on the sandpaper, and then acetone, and then, but it welded okay. I mean, it could be a lot better, but this isn't a real high priority job, so we just got to make it work. Alright guys, back on the driver's side. I just noticed I have two bends left over from the owner's kit, but my only problem is this pipe he has looks like a cheap stainless steel, and the only pipe left is this pipe, which is aluminum. So I obviously can't weld them together to make one solid piece to go to the turbo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten this piece, bead rolled ends, and also shorten this end just to match. Fit it up in there, and then just use a coupler for now, and I'll give the customer an option of just remaking this pipe in aluminum. I'm pretty sure he'll go for it, but for right now, I'm going to cut it, shorten it, bead roll the ends, and that should be it for this install. But other than that, I just had the bumper on, and it clears that side pretty good. What I got to do is make it just as tight as the other side, really close up against here, so the bumper can fit up against. Once I shorten that, I'll put the bumper on. I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I also clock his turbo down a little bit because he had it almost up against the block. So I loosened that up, the turbo housing, turned it, you know, clockwise, so it's more. Once it's bolted up, you know, it's a better shot. It'll flow, you know, have plenty of clearance to the oil pan, so it won't rub through the coupler when it's moving. Because they do move, you know, a good bit when you have a vibration. But other than that, once I get that pipe on, the bumper on, this job should be done. Alright guys, I got the last piece all cut to length, B-rolled the ends, and then I got all the couplers back on, really tight up against there. Straight shot to the turbo. Stand back a little bit, check it out. Got that coupler on, back over here. That coupler's tight. Like that coupler, and then that's it. And I'm gonna probably cut the bumper support so it fits over the intercooler and get the bumper back on, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Alright guys, I got the support cut out. I just cut the top of them the whole way across, straight across, and then back. And then underneath, the same deal. Once you cut the support, you're gonna lose all the support anyway, so I just made sure I cut enough so I can slide it back into it without having it rub on the end tanks of the intercooler. But then now when you put your bumper on, you have your bumper support here, so you actually have a little support for the bumper. And then I'll leave it to the customer if he wants to drill some holes here to get some airflow in, but your bumper comes in underneath this anyway, so the opening will be down here and not up here, so I don't think that will affect anything. If he really wanted some support, we can actually put some tubing inside there and make it strong, but other than that, that should be done. I'm gonna throw the bumper on now and then see what it looks like and see if it fits, and then we'll wrap this job up. Alright guys, I just got the bumper back on. It's looking pretty good. I just have it zip tied on for now. I don't have the customer didn't give me the hardware for it, so I just put 2 bolts on the top and zip ties on the ends. It does need trimmed a little bit down here because this intercooler sits a little bit lower than the bumper, but very minor trimming right here on both sides, and maybe across the front here, and then it should clear perfect. I have to readjust the coupler clamps, the T-bolt clamps, so it's out of the way, but other than that, it fits pretty good. Looks pretty stock. I mean, I think if we painted that intercooler black, you probably wouldn't even see it. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you like what you've seen here. If you do, give me a like, thumbs up, and then if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell icon so you get notified when the next video I publish. But and also a little update on my MR2. I've been working on other stuff, so I haven't really had time to work on it, but I'll show you what I have. I got the motor mounts made that has for the Hasport mounts on both sides. I got to throw it back in the car, and then you can see the cars in the background there, but I got to throw it in the car, and I got to finish the front and rear mount also. And then I also got a sub harness for an Integra, real cheap, so I'm just gonna just use it, de-pin some of the plugs, and then figure out the wiring, and then once the motor's back in the car, I'll get it wired up. But that's a little update for what I'm doing with my MR2. But I've been busy around here working on other people's projects and customer cars, so mine's a little bit on the back burner, but it should be back. I should be working on it real soon here, and then I'll give you guys an update once I get the motor in with the Hasport mounts. But that's pretty much for this video, guys. Hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.